Okay, today brings us to the Pennsylvania Trolley Museum in Washington, PA. And we haven't been here for probably a little over 10 years. There's been a lot of changes since then, so we're going to check it out. Okay, this is the exhibit area. They have all these old signs hanging on the wall, which are pretty cool. They have different displays here. They have trolley rides every half hour or so through those doors back there. And then across the other way is the display of the old trolleys, which we're going to get to. This shows how the signals change. Okay, here's where you board the trolley rides that go every half hour, which we'll be getting on soon. The trolley display buildings over there. The kids area. Pretty cool. Okay, here's that famous photo of Fred Rogers with his trolley on a trolley. Okay, it gives some information here about all trolleys are streetcars, but not all streetcars are trolleys. The trolleys are a type of streetcar that has a trolley pole and a wheel. It creates the electrical circuit by touching the overhead wire. So Mr. Rogers actually popularized the term trolley through his show. Okay, so there's trolley parks. They kind of highlight Kennywood, Dorney Park, and Westview Park. There's parks that started as trolley parks. And those are still 11 former trolley parks in operation today. Okay, here's a big map. It shows all the Pittsburgh railways. The light's kind of reflecting, a little hard to see. It's pretty neat. Okay, we're about to take a ride on the 4398. Looks like the 5326 just came back in. Okay, it's been beautifully restored. Spitting prohibited.
I did, and then everyone lashed out at me. But what time?
It's cool to think of this filled with people a long time ago.
I think the headlight's not working.
What's that?
I think the headlight's not working.
Oh. You can ride the trolley from our parking lots to the fairgrounds like you used to be back in the 30s and 40s. You used to be able to take a trolley from Pittsburgh to Washington. Yeah, we get a lot of attendance. We're gonna load up more again. They finally got 1711 out. Yeah, we have some new volunteers here today. They're taking a test run on 5326 right here. So we're just gonna wait for them to get out of the way.
Here's a replica of a trolley for Mr. Rogers. Some old Frosh and Slosh beer, remember? The beer cans from when I was a kid. There's a Steelers trolley. That's about the downfall of the trolley era. By the 60s and 70s, most trolleys were on their way out. A lot of cool displays here. It's a Clark Bar trolley there. See Kennywood way at the top there. It's 68. All those neighborhoods in Pittsburgh. Kennywood at the bottom again. Okay, they got a little mistake here. It says in 1923, Kennywood celebrates 50-year anniversary. But Kennywood opened in 1898, so 1948 would have been their 50th. You can see here it says Kennywood 50th anniversary, and it's definitely not 1923. Looks like 1948 just from the styles. So maybe they can get that fixed. Okay, looks like the most important rule on trolleys was no spitting. Forget about bringing guns onto the trolley. You could smoke just on the other end. Definitely no spitting. It's interesting that earliest trolleys had to be pulled by horses. But then, said over here, there was an animal disease epidemic in 1872. And a lot of horses died, so they had to come up with other ways for the trolleys to move, so that's when battery cars, steam engines, and so forth kind of took over. Okay, here's something I didn't know, that the Dodgers are called the Dodgers because of fans dodging trolleys on tracks near their stadium. So back then they were the Brooklyn Dodgers, now they're the LA Dodgers, obviously. So I'm a big baseball fan and never knew that. Got this huge clock that maybe was at a trolley station at one time, I'm not sure. Definitely looks original. Correct time. Okay, we're gonna head over to the trolley display building here in a minute. So this building, the Wexford Station, was actually located in Wexford, and just a few years ago they transported it down here to the Trolley Museum and repainted it and refurbished it. They used it for different things when it was in Wexford. It's definitely in the right place now. Okay, this is the inside of the Wexford Station. It's beautifully remodeled.
I think let's go walk in.
Yeah? It's really nice. This was part of the Harmony route, right? Oh, that's cool. Showing where all the stations were. Probably had little light bulbs in it. Oh, this is all about. They moved it. 2015. That's when they brought it here. Right, we read that these benches actually aren't original to the building, that they were at the train station in Pittsburgh, which is now Station Square. But they did a great job refurbishing these. Definitely add to this building. Okay, in this picture, it's actually near where we live. This was a station along Babcock Boulevard. So this building here is now an antique store. These buildings are gone. There's a plaza there with like a Dollar General. And where the tracks went here, there's a car wash over on this side, but you can still see an opening in the woods where the trolley went along behind the car wash. And along this way it goes what's Babcock Boulevard now. Okay, this is in the building that houses a lot of the old trolleys they've collected. This is one of the ones that was pulled by horses, which I mentioned earlier. They have a whole bunch of different ones in here. You are allowed to go onto them, which I'll do here in a bit.
We're gonna act like we're on here, we're riding.
There's one from Westview. I'm sure this went to Westview Park at some point. An old, looks like a Model T here. Not sure though, I'm not an expert on cars. I got the Fred Rogers photo there if you want to recreate it. Westview Park ad. Always like seeing that. It's interesting how the seating's a little different in this one. Wow, it's a bright yellow one. from 1948. Okay, this one's from 1906. A little fancier, a parlor car. The old typewriter there. Bathroom. I can even cook. I guess there's a lot of spit on this one. Got a couple spittoons. Definitely fancier than some of the other ones. Here's the outside of the parlor car. That's where the bathroom and kitchen was, right there. It's really cool.
Yeah, I remember being here before.
Yeah. Sure, they have some new ones since we were here 10 years ago. Wow, that one needs a little more work. Wheels are pretty big. Oh wow. It's amazing. Definitely see different stages of refurbishment here. It's from 1906, on the Jersey Shore. Like you can see it still on the side there, Jersey Shore. So this is from 1920. Head up here. I got the milk jugs in there. From 1911. This one looks a little newer, 1931. Okay, another newer one here, 1960, Philadelphia. It's pretty good shape. This looks like this was running up till fairly recently. You can tell from some of the ads. Maybe the 80s, 90s. It was donated here in 1998, so. This is similar to the one we just rode earlier. This one's from Johnstown, 1926. See a bright headlight, the one behind us. This one, no smoking or spitting. I guess they would put the name of the operator up there. Okay. This is used for clearing the snow, brushing stuff off the track. Definitely have a lot of variety here. $1949. There's another snow sweeper there. This one's beautiful. I was talking to the man down there, and he said these were actually made in Brazil in the early 1900s, so it's Brazilian hardwood on the inside. And they brought like a dozen of them to the United States in the 1950s. So it's a beautiful car. They do run this outside in the warmer months. Okay, that's pretty much all the trolleys in here. I'm gonna move on to the next part. We got the 4398 coming into the station here. Still runs pretty well. Well, the next part was going to be take another trolley ride, and my son was going to get a chance to drive the controls. Well, the next part was going to be taking our trolley ride, and my son was going to have a chance to be at the controls, but apparently it derailed down there. Nothing major, just popped off the tracks, and they told him that, you know, the 1 o'clock time for him to be at the controls won't happen, so that's okay. Still had an awesome time here. It's definitely worth the trip, and until next time.